So here she is. This is Time and Place Herb Farm. It's really just a big garden situated in a bigger organic vegetable farm. But this is where I grow my herbs. This will be my second year growing. I'm super excited about the upcoming season, although we still have a few months at least before the ground thaws. So I'm trying to be patient, take each season as it comes, but in the back of my mind, or in the front of my mind really, I'm definitely thinking about getting back into the garden, about working the soil and getting seeds into the ground. But yeah, just wanted to take a look at it as it is now and see how it will completely transform in just a few months. Every time. This morning I made a roasted dandelion root and cacao nib decoction. Oh, and also with a cinnamon stick that I decocted for 30 minutes. And then I added cream and honey, and it turned out so delicious. I'm a big coffee fan, but I also really like, I don't drink coffee every day because I don't want to become dependent on coffee. Even the coffee that I drink is like cut. It's honestly almost like a half or a third caffeinated. I love full caffeinated coffee. It tastes amazing, but I don't want to become dependent on the caffeine. So I love teas like this. Roasted roots kind of teas are a great replacement for coffee. So I'm going to take this delicious drink and sit down and do some reading this morning. So the next step was to put the strained ashwagandha tincture into a 2-ounce dropper bottle. This just represents a really big step forward for me in being more resilient and being more connected to the earth and to my health, because I've been taking ashwagandha for about 2 years, and I've been taking it in capsule forms, in capsules that I've bought. And when I was running low on this bottle, I went to buy more, and I saw the price went up from $10 a bottle to $25 a bottle, which is a huge increase. I'm not quite sure if it is a supply chain issue or if it's because ashwagandha has gotten a lot more popular lately. But now I grow my own ashwagandha. So now I've transitioned to taking my own tincture twice a day instead of taking capsules twice a day. So ashwagandha, known as an adaptogen, been used for thousands of years and is a tonic herb. It's something that I take every day for my overall well-being, my overall energy. And I first got interested in it because I heard an herbalist talk about after you take ashwagandha for a long time, it really helps support your immune system and modulate your immune activity, which I was super interested in. Last year, I bought my ashwagandha seeds from Strictly Medicinals, and this year, though, I saved my seeds from last year's ashwagandha, and so that's what's in here. Ashwagandha is in the nightshade family, the Solanaceae. Tomatoes are in the same family, potatoes, and they create little berries. You could say maybe, a mini tomato, but basically little red berry-looking things. So I have all these ashwagandha berries that I saved, in them 30 seeds about each. And so to be able to plant them next year, I need to clean them, what's called cleaning the seeds, basically taking off all the other material and just getting the clean seeds out. The packet that I bought had 50 seeds in it. Each berry has about 30 seeds in it, and I collected maybe 100 berries. So I have so many seeds now, and I didn't have to buy any. So this is just a huge step forward for me in terms of resiliency, self-sufficiency. The price of medicinal supplements goes up, and at that same time, I now have access to my own tincture that I made in place of that. And now I don't have to buy ashwagandha seeds. I have my own that I've saved. So I'm just really trying to do that, find more places in my life that I can become more self-sufficient and resilient. And then the hope is that I'll be part of a community someday where there's a lot of like-minded people doing the same thing. So we each don't have to be saving all the seeds. Each don't have to be raising animals or beekeeping or creating furniture. We can lean on each other and trade and with each other and then have a resilient community. So I would be really happy if I became a community herbalist one day, and if I was able to supply my immediate community, my neighbors, with herbs to support their health. And now I have way too many ashwagandha seeds, but I can't stop because I'm having fun. This is already thousands of seeds, and last year, I want to say I had 30 plants. So, do I need thousands of ashwagandha plants? No. Do I want thousands of ashwagandha plants? Yeah, I do. What's in front of me are the seeds that I ordered for this year's growing season, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to look at the new seeds I bought for this year. This year I ordered from 3 different seed companies, and so I'll start first with what I got from High Mowing. I didn't get too much from them. I got a ton of seeds last year from High Mowing, and some of those I had extra and will be using again this year. So I got I like to get my culinary herbs from them. They are more of a vegetable seed company, but they do have herbs as well. And so I got my parsley from them, a new kind of basil that is bred to be more resistant to basil downy mildew, because last year I had really bad mildew problems and I had to take out all of my basil. Basically, once it gets on your plants, they're finished. Then I have stevia. That's more of an experimentation, but I think it might be good in some tea blends. And then this is just for my personal growing, is I got a pinto dry bean. So I grow herbs and I also grow dry beans. So last year I grew black beans and an heirloom cattle bean. This year I'm adding pinto beans. Oh, and then this big bag is the last thing I got from them. It is a 5-pound bag of oats. I got it primarily as a cover crop. Last year I planted red clover and oats together because they make a very good cover crop together to have a legume and a grass. But oats is a Vena sativa, also a medicinal plant, and red clover is also a medicinal plant. I was trying to remember that. Pertensi? Trifolium pertensi. I'll check that. Big bag. But this is way more than I need. My boyfriend is starting a vegetable market garden this year, and I think he'll be able to use some of that as cover crop for his farm. From Strictly Medicinal, I got a book called Making Plant Medicine by Rico Check. Like with the ashwagandha you saw, I'm learning how to make more plant medicine, and so I'm really excited to read this book and learn more. In terms of seeds, I got quite a few. Some new seeds, things that I haven't grown before, like agrimony. That'll be a good one. Alfalfa can be used as a cover crop, but also a tea herb. Calendula, 2 packets of calendula. Chamomile, I love chamomile. Peppermint. White sage, so I have common sage or garden sage it's called, and it's a perennial, so it'll come back this year without me having to plant new plants. But white sage is a new one. And then I got 2 packets of Tulsi Rama. So I have already 2 kinds of Tulsi seeds that I've saved from last year, Tulsi Temperate and Tulsi Vana. But now I'm adding a 3rd Tulsi, which is exciting. I'm kind of obsessed with Tulsi. And then last is Wood Bentony, another great medicinal. And then last, I ordered from Baker Creek. They are an heirloom seed company, not certified organic, but non-GMO and untreated. And this is not for my herbal business, but just for myself, for a new growing hobby of mine. It's growing flowers. So I originally started having flowers in my garden for more of a companion planting permaculture approach of having plants, of having flowers to attract pollinators, bees and butterflies, beetles, all those great guys. I've just fallen in love with flowers over the last 2 years. I've been getting more interested in them. So this year I decided to actually purchase a greater variety. And so I got Pearl Yarrow, 2 gomphrenas, one that's like a variety of like white, pink, and purple, and the other is called Strawberry Fields Gomphrena, and it's a beautiful red. Bells of Ireland, it's kind of like a filler greenery plant. 2 zinnias. The bees and butterflies adore zinnias. So I love sharing my garden with the bees and the butterflies, and I love zinnias, they love zinnias. It's a good deal. So I got kind of like an autumny looking mix of zinnias, and then these cool kind of funky looking pink ones. I'm really excited for these. Those are all the new seeds that I bought. I still have some perennials in my garden. I have leftover seeds that I purchased last year, and then I have seeds that I saved from last year. So there are a few other plants that I'm growing as well. Seeing these seeds makes me want to start them and start growing right away, but we need to wait a month, maybe more. Before I can get these seeds in the soil, I have to do some research. Like, what time is it best to start the seeds? And when can I finally put them outside? So, over the course of a few evenings and a couple mugs of tea, I'll be doing some research to help prepare for the upcoming season.